Fast Nation, how are you guys doing today? We got a bunch of stuff to do in the Banshee today. A lot of stuff came in the mail, so we're really just going to jump right into working on this thing. So we've got a bunch of things to do to this. In the last video, you could tell on the way to the car wash that this thing was super fat in the jets, okay? And then what I mean by that is I went right up into the 178 main, and when you try to get it wide open, it kind of bogs down a little bit. So what we're going to do right off the bat is take the carbs apart. I got carb rebuild kits in because I know that the float needles, the spring inside of those are bad, which I'll show that in the video clips when I'm taking it apart and talk you guys through it, which I believe is flooding at least one of the carburetors. So I'd like to get all of that stuff lined out first. So we'll do the carburetor. Today's just going to be pretty much working on it, getting all this stuff lined out, getting her running good, and getting her back in shape. So let's not waste any time. Let's dive right into the Banshee. Before we get started though, I wanted to remind you guys, me and Michael Sabo are looking for a place to do an event with ATVs very, very soon. We were thinking end of June, beginning of July. So if you guys have a place that you can think of, or anybody has a big chunk of straight flat land, we are still searching for something. We did go check out a property with one of my subscribers, Brett, and he's a cool guy. Check this clip out of me driving in his deuce and a half. Them low creeper gears, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really? So all of them, even the front?
Yep.
Wow. That was a lot of fun, and he was a super cool guy. Took us, showed us his property and everything, and we really liked the property, but we're afraid the straight stretch is not long enough to do the drag racing. And so that's definitely a concern that we want to keep in mind when looking for the property. So we are still looking. Anyways, let's get right into the Banshee.
Alright guys, so we're going to take a quick look at the parts we have here. We'll start off with the Chariot billet water pump wheel. As you can see here, this kit is gorgeous. They have a billet water pump. It is extremely wide, much wider than the stock water pump. Also, they give you this cool little cover, which does have a bleeder screw on the bottom to drain all of the coolant out. That will come in handy in the future. That's pretty cool. So thumbs up for that one. In this bag here, we have the carb rebuild kits. I bought 2 of those for this carburetor. I'm really excited to get these out of the package and see what all comes with it. But mainly, those little float needles right there, that's what I was looking for. But they give you new screws, spring, air screw, gaskets, the whole 9 yards. So I'm really excited to get these installed as well. And then last but not least, we have the main jets, 160s, just to toss in for now to stop the ridge condition. And then I bought CEL needles, which were a recommendation of the Hellcat channel, and I'll get to that in a second. So yeah, let's go ahead and take the carbs off, get this stuff installed. I'll talk a little bit about the jetting recommendations and needle recommendations and stuff like that, but I really want to get this thing taken apart and start working on it. Trash is overflowing a little bit, but that's okay. We do have our clutch cover gasket, water pump seal. Coolant tube O-ring, because we had to silicone ours and we don't want to do that again. If we can save the hassle and the leaks, we definitely want to do that. Oh, check that out, Vito's Performance decal. That's cool. I like that. I wish they would have gave me 2 though, so I could put 1 on each side of the quad. And that's pretty much it, guys. So let's dive right into the Banshee. I'm going to go ahead and get this stuff set to the side. I'm going to start with the carburetors because that's what I'm most interested in, seeing the performance difference with the carburetors.
Alright guys, so through this part of the video, I'm actually removing the carburetor caps, the carburetors, changing out the needles for the CEL needles. I'm changing out the main jets from a 178 to a 160 main jet. The pilots I am keeping at a 52. The carburetor rebuild kits, which I apologize because I lost part of my actual footage I recorded for this part of the video, so I have to kind of talk over this so you guys can see what's going on. I take the carburetors apart and take the bowls off, take the float bowls off, take the floats out, check the needles out. I compare them with the other needles that came in the kit from eBay, and they do not fit. The ones that were in the 39mm carburetors already, the PWKs, they actually are a lot larger than the float needles I got in the rebuild kit. So that kind of sucks. I got to talk to the seller and see what happened there. I don't know if like these were drilled and had new float needle setups put in or something like that, but I wound up keeping the stock needles in. The only problem was the actual floats themselves. When you rest them on the float needle, they do not stay up. Now on previous carburetors that I've rebuilt, the float needle actually does stay above the carburetor, and there's actually a factory recommendation on what to set that height at. These ones, they literally just fall down. So I'm not sure what the issue is there. I don't know if it's a float issue, if they're the wrong floats for these carburetors or something like that, but I got to look into that as well. So something else to keep in mind.
Alright guys, so before I get these carburetors put in, this is not an outro, before I get the carburetors put in, quick shout out, these needles were a recommendation from the Hellcat channel. If you guys don't know who that is, which I'm pretty sure most of you probably do if you're into the Banshee scene, because he's got quite a nice little following, and he does some crazy things on a 100 horsepower Banshee. That thing's ripping third, fourth gear wheelies all over the place. Been talking to him on Facebook, super nice guy, and he recommended the CEL needles for these PWK cars. So I went right out and got a set of these, and we're going to put them in and see if it makes a difference. So shout out to Hellcat channel, thank you very much for the recommendation on jetting, on everything, and talking to me about this stuff for hours and showing me pictures and sharing your experiences with me, because those things are helping me get this to where it needs to be. So thank you. I really appreciate that. So if you guys want to see some awesome Banshee content, make sure you hop over to Hellcat channel, check out his Banshee as well. Alright guys, so let's give this thing a quick fire up, let it warm up, and we'll see what she sounds like then. Alright guys, so I think that's all I'm going to have time to do today. You can see a substantial difference from this video and the last video. The right pipe still seems to smoke a little bit more than the left, and it's black smoke. So I'm not exactly sure what that is yet, but in the next video I think we're going to tear the clutch side off, check out that crank seal, make sure she's not sucking any tranny fluid up in there, and change out that water pump, billet gear, and put the engine ice in as well, and the temperature gauge too. So we have those things for the next video. And I promise I'll take it out for a rip in the next video so you guys can see how it rips. And it does still rip. So we made the adjustments to the carbs, rebuilt them, and then we're going to do the water pump and that in the next video, and we'll see how she runs. As always, guys, if you enjoy the content, make sure you drop a comment below. Let me know what you think. If you've had a similar issue where the left cylinder seems to not fire like the right cylinder, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'm always open-minded and trying to solve problems. And so I definitely could use a hand with this. It might be ignition related. I will tell you, I did swap the coil wires and it did not make a difference. Compression's good. I gotta do a leak down test yet. That's what I'm kind of scared of. But as far as that goes, let me know what you think in the comments below. As always, if you enjoy the content, make sure you give me a like, subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching. Oh, and don't forget to hit me up on Instagram at StupidFastJohn. As always, thanks for watching. Until next time, guys.